One of the biggest things that every homeowner should know before purchasing a new AC system is what type of system do you have right now? By knowing what type of HVAC system you have right now, it's going to make it far easier to navigate the HVAC industry. And this is for a couple reasons. One reason is by having some information of what you have right now, you can actually call around and get quotes from various contractors, in your area. And where this is very helpful is now you don't have to call somebody up to come look at your house and give you a quote there because all those people are glorified salesmen, and what they're going to try to do is sell you on the spot because they know if they leave, then somebody else might get that sale. So they're going to do their best to make sure that you buy before you leave. And if you want to not go through that process, then the best thing you could do is have a little bit of information about what you have right now and get them to give you a quote over the phone, and it will make it a lot smoother, I promise. Okay, quick disclaimer. So, as you might have already figured it out, if a contractor is going to give you a quote over the phone, that those numbers may or may not be accurate. So, at the end of the day, somebody else is going to have to come out there and look at it and verify it. But where this is going to be helpful is you get to narrow down who you want to work with before you bring them into your house, which is very helpful to a lot of homeowners. So the big question is, how do you find out what type of system you have currently? There are three different heating and cooling systems that largely dominate the market here in America. And those three systems are gas, heat pump, and electric. Now, there are obviously more than three systems. However, these three do make up about 90% of all home residences. So I'm not going to bore you with, all the other ones like geothermal and things like that, because it would be a very long video if we went down that road. So the first system type that we're going to look at is a gas system. And gas systems, this is probably the easiest one to identify. There are two ways to help determine rather quickly whether or not you have a gas system. The first way is the most certain way, and that is, do you have a flue pipe? And so what that is on your indoor unit, there's a pipe that looks like this that runs up through your attic and out through your roof. And what this pipe does is it disposes of extra gases when your heater is running. And every gas system has one of these. So if you have a flue pipe, you for sure have a gas system. Another quick method is, do you have a gas bill? And if you have a gas bill, you most likely have a gas system. Now, we use this technique all the time when a customer calls in and they're asking for a quote and they don't know what type of system they have. And they're right there on the spot. So we ask them, well, do you pay a gas bill? And if the answer is yes, we're going to quote them a gas system, but it's about 99% of the time they have a gas system. So, that one's also fairly accurate, but not as accurate as a flue pipe. So you don't have a flue pipe and you also don't have a gas bill. So that means you either have a heat pump or a straight electric heating and cooling system. So to determine which one of these two you have, the method is pretty much the same. So I'm going to leave these two systems lumped together as I explain how you identify which one you have. So one of the quickest and most accurate ways to determine which one of these two systems you have is to go to your outdoor AC unit, and then there's a data tag where you can get the model number off of, and from there you're going to Google it. And so after you Google it, you're not going to just look at the first result. You're going to actually need to look at the first 10 results. If there are multiple mentions of it being a heat pump, then it's most likely a heat pump. If there are no mentions of it being a heat pump, but it's just saying air conditioner, then it's a straight cool electric system. In the event that your outdoor AC unit no longer has a data tag, there is one other method that can be used, and it starts with your thermostat. So you're going to go to your thermostat and you're going to look and see if there is an option for emergency heat. And if there's an option for emergency heat, then it's most likely going to be a heat pump, because only heat pumps have emergency heats and straight electrics do not have emergency heats. If you're finding this video to be valuable, please hit the like button, because that's going to really help me out with the YouTube algorithms and also to get this message out further. So there you have it, a few simple and easy ways to help identify what type of system that you currently have. If you found this video to be helpful, then you might also find my next video to be helpful as well, and it has to do with how to figure out the size of your heating and cooling system.